Dr. Harold Shipman was born in Nottingham, England in 1946. He was the second of 4 children and career in a working-class family. Shipman was a good student and was interested in medicine from a young age. After completing his education, he studied medicine at Leeds School of Medicine, graduating in 1970. Shipman later worked as a general practitioner in Hyde, Greater Manchester, where he developed a reputation for being a caring and dedicated doctor. He was well liked by his patients and colleagues, and many considered him to be a pillar of community. Despite his friendly demeanor, Shipman was known to have a controlling personality and would often refuse to allow other doctors to treat his patients. He was also known to have a keen interest in death and dying, and many of his colleagues found his behavior to be concerning. Warning bells had been sounded at various stages of his career, but he had managed to escape detection. In 1975, in his first year in general practice in Todd Merton, West Yorkshire, police and Home Office inspectors first became suspicious about the amount of the dyeing that he was obtaining. After several denials, he eventually admitted to taking it intravenously for depression. He was convicted on drug charges in 1976 and entered a claim to overcome his addiction. He had Shipman's unwritten undertaking in 1975 that he had no intention to return to general practice. Still, where his letter was back in practice, the General Medicine Council decided not to take action against him after receiving a psychiatrist report that said it would be catastrophic if he were not allowed to return to practice. Kathleen Grandy was a wealthy 81-year-old widow who lived in Hyde, a Great Manchester, in the United Kingdom. She was a former mayor and magistrate and was well respected in her community. Grandy was also the mother of solicitor Angela Putroff, who became concerned about her mother's death in 1998. Grandy had named her Dr. Harold Shipman as the sole beneficiary of her will, leaving nothing to her family members. This aroused suspicion and Putroff contacted the police to investigate her mother's death. An investigation into Grandy's death revealed that Shipman had forged her will to make himself the beneficiary and had also unadministered a little dose of diamorphine to her. The discovery led to further investigation into Shipman's activities, which ultimately revealed that he had killed many more of his patients. Grandy's death and the subsequent investigation were instrumentally uncovering the full extent of Shipman's crime and bringing him to justice. The case also led to significant changes in the regulation and monitoring of doctors in the UK to prevent similar crimes from occurring in the future. However, in 1998, Shipman was arrested for the murder of one of his patients, an elderly, a woman named Kathleen Grandy. It was later discovered that he had killed many more of his patients, possibly over 50 body counts, by administrating later the injection of diamorphine, but it is speculated that he may have killed his patients to assert his power over them or for financial gain, as he was known to have altered patients' wills to inherit their wealth. Shipman was found guilty of 15 counts of murder in 2000 and was sentenced to life in prison, without the possibility of parole. An inquiry into his crime was launched and it was determined that Shipman had likely killed many more patients than he had been convicted for. The inquiry led to significant changes in the regulation and monitoring of doctors in the UK to prevent similar crimes from occurring in the future. Shipman died by society in his prison cell in 2004, which marked the end of one of the most notorious cases of medical malpractice and serial killing in British history. If you'd like to watch or hear such trusting, mysterious, solved, and unsolved cases, do hit the subscribe button to support us and bring you the best we can.